to Satsang. You can read the question now.
Hello, Udita. The question for today's Satsang is, the first question is, what is enlightenment? What does this feel like inside?
Inside what?
Inside of yourself.
There's no self. What is inside? But I have to talk about this before I forgot, because it's just new to me. Enlightenment is new. It's like 1 week old. So before I completely forgot about this, so this is really precious recording for people who, like huge difference from an ego-based reality and beingness-based reality is totally different. It's such freedom. Now you're free. Like you're asking me, like, what's inside enlightenment is there's nothing as such, because you're free. Like you're everywhere. Like there's nothing inside or outside. Back then, like, how can I say, the suffering is really physical. Now I'm looking back at this, because the ego is like a form of contraction, and we were made by like thread of karma, and we were tied by the karma. So it's like you're a puppet, and everywhere there's the thread of karma. You got tied by this, and every movement is being controlled by karma. And you can say it's the patterns you behave, or everything you do is controlled. Like you're a puppet, and everywhere you move is you being controlled like a puppet by your patterns. So I remember when I was a kid, I read the book Social Contract by the French philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and the starting of that book is so interesting to me. At that time, he said, "Man was born free, but he is everywhere in chain," and it's really hit me at that time. I was around 15 or something at that time, and it's really shocking to me, and because it's exactly how I felt at the time. Man was born free, but he is everywhere in chain, because we were tied by the belief system taught by the society, the religions, everything. Even the way we think, and the thought that we think that we own, the thought that we never actually own it. It was created by the programs that installed within us by the society, by the government, by the religions, and the karma that we brought here. Even before we like come in touch with the education, it's like previous lives. It's like millions of lifetimes accumulated, and you're tied in this. Like, how can I describe it? Like there's nothing real, but the ego feels really real, because this force of the karma, and we feel like we're being tied by this, and it's suffering, because ego is actually a form of contraction. That's true, but I feel it's really physical, because the karma, like, yes, we cannot escape it until it's like running out of karma, and then you're free. But we have to undo every knot, like really meticulous. Like every time you undo a belief system, and you are free a little bit, like loosen up a little bit, like that, and you're just untying all the knot, and one day it's really loose. It's very loose. And then now it comes to the role of the master. Once you're very loose, and he just pull the string, and now you're free. That's what happened to me. But like the work, we have to do that by ourselves, like untying little knot. Once at a time, like one belief system at a time. And every time you break up a belief system, such freedom, because you're free from this karmic bond that you build up over lifetimes. And it's really difficult. But I don't think like I can do it by myself till the last step. But the best that I did was to prepare myself, become very loose, untie every knot, and I become very loose. And now the master went in and he just pulled the string and you're free. Oh, it's amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah, I have to describe it, and it needs to be recorded. It's so important before I forgot everything. Because I'm so used to this now. I'm so used to this new state of being, because like, I don't feel anything. I feel totally ordinary. And it's so ordinary. It's supposed to be like this. Because this is our true nature. We are beingness, but we are tied by our karma. So we feel suffering because we know that we all know that this is our true nature. We are beingness. So that's why we fight for this freedom, and the fight, the resistance, create this suffering, because we know that this is our true nature. So we keep fighting. We're fighting with ourselves. But yeah, it's amazing. Such freedom. Like I don't feel anything, but I feel everything. At the same time, there's no one here. It's, how can I say? It's like you're moving. Like back then, you're moving like a puppet. You want to move this way, but you're being tied. But now, everything is free because nothing ties you up anymore. Such freedom. And I remember Visram say, enlightenment is just the beginning. And once I woke up, I feel like, wow, like just the beginning, like just the beginning. Now I have a whole life ahead. I'm just 36 now, and I have to think about what to do the rest of my life. It's amazing. Oh, great. And that's true. It's huge difference living in dream and living in reality. But it's like you're dreaming, and now you wake up and you open your eyes. The first time ever, you see everything. As it is. It's everything is beautiful. And back then, because I found beingness quite a bit, even before awakening, I feel everything is very beautiful because of the Zen practice. Like last Satsang, I mentioned that. You look at everything as it is in the five senses. I already perceive the world is very beautiful because of the present moment awareness. It's really high back then. But there's always this separation between me and the rest of the universe. But now you're not there anymore, and you're just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like you become one with everything, and you absorb everything. And it's just it's the best. I recommend it to everyone because it's the best, and this is our true nature. That's why we keep fighting. But we need to learn to drop the fight. It's the resistance. We need to learn to surrender, and that's true. Because we are this, so we know we are this, so that's why we keep fighting with the karma that we built up. So if we can learn to surrender and drop this, and this is here, and it's so ordinary. I have to talk a lot about this because like before I completely forgot about this.
The second question is, what changed between the old Udita and the new Udita? It's like you are kind of like different species right now, so how do you function?
I got to thank Visram a lot because before I met him in 2022, I already found the beingness by practicing self-inquiry from Ramana Maharshi. I just read the book and I practice it, and I can find a space by myself quite a bit. But it's so difficult for me to stay in the body. You know, like when I just want to leave the body, and I thought I'm going to die. It's very physical. It's like energy is so high, and it just want to leave the body. But I want to keep this body because I want to use this body as a vehicle to help others. Because I saw all my teachers, they all doing this, and because of them, so I learned how to come into this space. So I really want to use this body as a vehicle, because what's the point of all those awake people when they just woke up and they disappear? So like It's just this word just ugly. You should say and help people. It should be better. So I got this idea thanks to Sadhguru, and I really thank Sadhguru for helping me to stay in the body at that time. Without him, like I couldn't stay in the body for some reason. I don't know what happened, but the time that I met Sadhguru, and he did something with me and really helped me to stabilize in the body once I found the beingness, because I have a tendency just want to leave the body. But he helped me to stay in the body until like 2 years after that. Like I've been struggling with how to stay in the body, and it's so easy to leave the body at that time, because like if you just leave me alone for a while and it's just gone, and it's like energy just like slipping out of my body. It was like that for me at the time. So I've been struggling for 2 years until I met Visran, and he taught me how to be grounded in the body, and that's difficult. It's not talking about how can I function from this space of beingness. Not talking about how can I speak like this is huge, because I practice with him a lot. I practice with Visran a lot. For all of you, probably like you know how I talk to Visran, like just gaga all the time. But like it's a miracle how I can speak like this compared to the first time that I found the beingness. I just cannot handle the energy of the universe just pouring into me. I just want to leave. Now to sit here and talking like this, I don't know why, but thanks to Visran and I don't know why it's happened, but like I think it's great. But of course it comes from my wish. I have this bodhisattva wish to use this body to help others, because it doesn't make sense if you find something really beautiful and you just disappear, and everything is just ugly. This was ugly because of those selfish people. They just woke up and they just disappear. What's the point? Why don't you just stay a little bit longer and help people? I like this idea from Sadhguru. He said so. But Sadhguru, he just said that it's really difficult to function in the body. So what he's promised was that I can help you to raise your consciousness until a level, and you help people until you're about to die. I will help you to enlighten the time that you're dying. And okay. So, but I think it's a good idea. I think, okay, if I got high consciousness, I help people, it's good enough. So I stay with Sadhguru until that time that I really reach the beingness most of the day. But at that point, like that's not Sadhguru promise anymore. So I need to find another teacher to help me how to function in the beingness, how to stay in the body and serving as an awake being. Because it's much more valuable if you have someone who's awake and help people as an awake person. Because from my point of view, whatever you do, whatever you say is useless. If you're not awake, you cannot help people. Because whatever you say, whatever you do is wrong. So you can help people to some extent, but the best thing you can offer to the world is to wake up, and then you can help people. So that's why I postponed being a teacher. Even like Visran and even like the previous Sangha I've been with, they keep asking me to teach, but I don't think there's any value in a teacher who is not awake. That's what I believe since the beginning. So because if you're not fully awake, there's some how can I say something wrong or something not 100% truth there. So I don't think they should teach people until they fully awake. And now you know the truth, you can teach people what to do and what. Yeah. So what are we talking about? What's the question again?
What's the change between the old Udita and the new Udita?
Yeah, that Udita is gone. Such freedom. But the personality is still here. That's true, and that's the practice. That's the practice. How to use this personality. Like I know how to speak. I know how to use my intelligence to explain things to people, and that's really valuable. So I can talk to people and help them to stay in the space. That's valuable. And like I do Siva every day by going out and hang out at a coffee shop, so people can see me. I think that's a good idea. Like just give them a taste of what it's like, and it's giving a how can I say? Miss Ran say that doesn't. Give them a taste of it, like give an impression of it. Like it was really helpful for me. Like when I first came in touch with my first awake teacher. Before that, like I came across a different teacher, but they are not awake, and I always feel like there's something lacking, something wrong about these people. Until I met the first one, the first awake teacher. Once he walked in the room, and I knew this is what I'm looking for, and I have a how can I say, an impression how an awake being look like when they working, when they talking, how does it feel like, and I keep that impression in my mind, and I keep looking for that feeling, everywhere, and once I have the first Satori, I got a feeling of what the truth look like. But the importance of having an awake teacher is like you can see that energy in a human form, and how they function in the world, and that's very important for me. That's inspiration. Okay, so this is what I want to be. I want to be like this. Otherwise, just a Satori, like it's the universe, and I cannot. My mind cannot comprehend how can this state, how can this experience come into being, and how does a human being can carry this, and this really, like the first impression is really important for me. So I keep looking for the same kind of people who can carry the beingness. Like how can someone can carry the universe? Yeah, and there's a few people like that I met in this lifetime. Yeah, that's really cool. And give me the right direction. Give me the right direction rather than staying with those teachers who read from the book and they know nothing about this. So I looking for like a role model. I keep looking for those people and seek advice from them. That's what I did with even before the spirituality in business. I did the same thing. I want to become, like someone like that, and I would look for the mentors who, like, how can I say? Around 19, like I got a mentor. He's like multi-millionaire, and he's teaching me how to be like those people. And I was hanging out with millionaires, billionaires at the age of 19, and he was teaching me like how to be like them, like by being with them. So like I kind of download those qualities. You copy them, and I apply the same thing when it came to spirituality. I looking for those kind of people that I want to become. I want to become like these people. And those teachers I pick is always very Shiva-like, and they in the marketplace, not like the soft and loving teachers like Dalai Lama. I'm not into those guys. I want those Shiva teacher, and because I think they're really cool. So I hunting those teachers and want to be with them so I can download them. And it's really, there's something called downloading them. Like you really being with the people, and you allow yourself to loosen up a bit, so you can download those qualities. And you just, that's how I learn everything. If I want to be like that, I hang out with those people. I download them, and that's true. That's true. Not only tuning into the Buddha field, you can tuning into anything. You can learn skill like that. That's how I learn any skill. I hang out with the people that I want to be like that, and I download them. So finally, I become like what I want to become. I wanted to be like Vishran, and finally, I am Vishran.
The last question is, you and Visran are super special before awake. So why do you say waking up is just ordinary?
Those who feel special, or those who feel they special, probably they're not awake because so ordinary, so ordinary. Because you are universe, you are everything. How can it not be ordinary? If you perceive yourself as everything, you should be ordinary. It cannot be any difference. It cannot be. You feel yourself as everything. How can it not be ordinary? So I 100% agree, and I appreciate this round so much about here removing all the smell and bells, the holiness, because it is where people got stuck. It's great separation, and if you are if you are beingness, how can you you be separate from the rest?
Thank you, Udita. That's all the question for today.
Thank you. So now, I'm going to talk to Lydia. I cannot hear you. Not yet. You still yeah. Still cannot hear you. Not yet. We can we try with someone else first, and we go back to you later, so we figure it out. Is it from my system or from your Abai?
Hi, Udita.
Hello, Abai. How's
So I
Bangalore
have this
today?
question. It's so beautiful. It's partially cloudy and cool air, not cold, not hot. Very beautiful.
What's the question?
So I was wondering, like, now you're enlightened, and Mishran talks about finding heart. So, and you are in your body still there to help people. You said that, and I was wondering, like, would you say that you have found your heart also?
I found my heart. That's why I wake up. Like the moment that I woke up was the last satsang. Just the moment before I started the satsang. So because back then, like when I was not fully enlightened, I need to find a space before holding the space for others. So that moment I decided to, okay, now I got to hold the space for people. I need to move aside. And that's really selfless service for others. And that moment, suddenly the I disappear.
So was it like
So,
a
so
moment of
without the
decision?
heart, huh?
Was it like a moment of decision that you're going to give yourself to serve
Actually,
people?
that's been a habit. Like it should be a before enlightenment for a while, because when I like I remove myself to hold the space for others. So I always doing that whenever I can. So now it's just a pattern of, okay, now it's time to hold satsang. Now it's time to do this. So I just remove myself. That's it. And you gotta be in service of the heart before enlightenment. So that's the time, when it happened. It's already very natural. I didn't think much about it. It's already a pattern of serving others. Yeah. And I think the reason why I postponed being a teacher for a while, because it can kill my ego that way, and I can see the moment the ego disappear right before the satsang. See, it disappear. Yeah, I didn't notice that because it's just normal, just ordinary. Before enlightenment, I was like that for like most of the day I was in the space, in the beingness. So once it happened, I didn't notice. I got a feeling like Vishra need to tell me that I am awake or not, because I wouldn't notice. It's been very thin for a long time before enlightenment. It's very thin. So when I witness it disappear, just a thin, very thin, like a smoke. But it's very small. Yeah. So I didn't notice. It's not like something like dramatic, like okay. It's a gradual, how can I say, like reduction of the ego. It's thinner over time. So now it's really small. And the last tip, just the last tip, and it's just tipping over and it's disappear. That's it. And I didn't really notice that is it the heart or not, because I've been serving people for a long time in every way that I can. Even from the, I just discussed about I wanted to stay in the body to serve others. And I find every way to do that. That's also serving the heart. I choose to stay in the body, even though at the time it's difficult and it's painful. It's very painful for me to stay in the body because it's against my tendency. It just want to die. It's like dying. So it's like that's true. It's a sacrifice because it's very painful for me during the process of how to stay in the body. My tendency just want to leave the body, and to stay in the body is horrible. The level of pain is unimaginable for me. Yeah, but and it's very uncomfortable to being when you become very clean and very empty, and you become very sensitive to the energy of people around you, and you pick up everything. So now it's painful too. Yeah, it's painful. It's very painful. It's not easy at all. And I didn't do anything special, but just by being myself. Like I was sitting somewhere and the space become clean. That's a service. And I think it's very, how can I say, helpful to serving the heart, at the same time not inflating the ego. Because when you say you're serving something, there's a sense of ego in that. But can you do the service being, like quiet about that? Don't mention anything about that. So whenever I went to a new place, I would clear the whole space, the whole neighborhood. I also got the skill of doing the formation. Like in the previous lifetime, I was Taoist sage, so I got the skill like how to do the formation, like feng shui. So I like this is formation.
Oh, painting.
Yeah.
You mean the painting?
Not the painting. It's just one of the things. It's the painting is one of the things. But you can manipulate the energy using different things. That's technology. From India, they got that too, and from the Chinese Taoism, they got that too. And I learned a lot from Sadhguru doing this thing, like manipulate energy and put it in the form, like how to create energy form. So I know how to do this. So whenever I went to a new place, and I would use my life force to do this to help clearing the whole space. It's a service, and it's quiet service. Nobody ever knew my name. It's just quiet. And doing the service for the disembodied beings too, the ghosts, those things. This thing can help. You can help not only human beings with the disease, disembodied beings, the ghosts, and from the different realms. You can help them by being sattvic. You like I don't know why, but like since I was a kid, I got this ability, so can feel them and sending love to them, and they can dissolve. Many disembodied being, they stuck in the because of they cannot let go of what happened in their previous life, so they stuck here, even they left the body for a long time. So when they come in touch with some higher frequency field of energy, like I did, they just disappear. And because I also carry the Buddha field, so it's really easy for them to just disappear into this field of energy. Of course, painful. It's not easy at all. Like all of shit, and sometimes I went to the battlefield, and oh my god, like so, lots. I got attracted to those places because in the previous lifetime I was a Taoist sage, so I know where like the cemetery in the like past few years. I just went to those places and help clearing out the space, so the living people can live peacefully. Because if you don't clear the space, cleaning up the past, all kind of energy, it's just energy. It's just some energy that's stuck there, so it's disturbing the life of the living beings. So yeah, it just come. I just went to a lot of places like that, like in India, in China, everywhere that I came to, and I had a tendency to going to those dark places. And for some reason, I just knew how to do things. And after I left, everything is clean and clear. That's it. Quiet service. No one needs to know about that. And I don't know how I know how to do things. Like I just know how to do it. So when it comes to helping, so when it comes to helping the human beings, now it's difficult because I have to talk to them, and I need to present myself as an ego, and I'm kind of don't like to. How can I say? I'm afraid of inflating my ego, so that's why I postpone the teaching. But like that's where I need to face you. How to help people, talking to them and not inflating my ego. So it means like putting myself aside while talking to them. With the ghost, it's easy. I don't need to talk to them. They talk to me, but I don't answer back. It's okay. But I need to talk to you right now, right? And there's exchange in words and such, and sometimes I don't like the stories, and I don't want to listen to the dramas and those things. But yeah, it's the best to help a human being, because the human being, you got a chance to enlighten, to realize yourself as beingness, and this is the best service you can do. Like it's not possible helping the animals or helping the disembodied beings, because they don't have the intelligence to raise their consciousness. So it's the best to help another human being, because they got a chance to wake up. So, but it requires lots of energy. It's difficult dealing with human beings because they're so intelligent, and they're gonna fight for their suffering. And because and because you have a body, you can bite me, you can attack me. You don't need to scared of the ghost, because you're way more dangerous than any ghost. The human being create way more damage than any other being. So well, when I decided to be a teacher, I need to be okay with people will attack me. You have a body now, you can do many things to me, and the energy that a human being can put out when they're angry or when they want to attack others is very violent, and it's not easy. So, but I practice a lot, so it's become a pattern. So when that moment enlightenment happened, it's already become a pattern. I just do it without thinking, but it's the service for a long time. Maybe people didn't know that I've been in the service for all my life, because it's a quiet service. I choose to do this, serving with the energy. Yeah. But this time to serve the human beings, the living beings.
The toughest one, would you say?
Yes, the first time.
Toughest.
Anything else?
I had another question.
Okay.
So, in your website on the page, first page, it's written something like the chair is warm, flower is still, something like that. Can you please explain what you mean by that?
Oh, I wrote it. So let me check with AI. What does it mean? But actually, oh no,
Okay,
my
because
last poem. My last poem before I woke up. Actually, I know it's coming. I know the enlightenment is coming. So in the previous like 3 months, I did like 100 poems with the photos. It's like a recording the how people dying. You know, how someone walking into enlightenment. I want to record everything. I know it's coming to me, so I want to record everything day by day what's happening to me by leaving the traces like that through the
nice.
poem. Yeah, just take a random picture and I would write something really quick. So it's leaving a document for people once they come into that state, they would relate to it because now I'm gone. I am leaving the. I was trying to leaving the traces for those seeker. If you came to this stage, you would feel like this, like this, like this. That's what I was trying to do with all the arts. Otherwise, I wouldn't do anything. I didn't want to do anything, but I was trying to leave a document for the seekers because now I'm talking to you. I wouldn't relate to you anymore. So I would it's from the last poem about the chair. The chair. There's a picture I took from the empty chair in my bedroom, and when I was looking at the chair, I was just sitting on that chair. But I noticed that the chair was empty. No one's on sitting on that chair. Like I don't feel like myself. It's gone. That's it. But it's the chair still warm because of the heart. So I want to stay. The warmth of the human warmth. It means like I want to stay in the body. It's empty, but now it's still warm. So I can talk to you. Otherwise, I would be dead. I couldn't talk to you. Yeah. And flower. It's written by AI, but it's drawn from roughly another poem, flower somewhere in those 100 poems. And it's so good that I completed editing that book before enlightenment happened. So I'm gonna publish later. It's like a record of the grief of my ego. I was grieving myself because I know that I'm going to die soon, really soon. And that's true. That's the end of the 100 poem. It's the end of the empty chair. So the AI, after they read all the poem, they make that, they write that tagline that you saw: chair empty but warm and flowers still. Yeah, and the flower is the flower is the love is the flower of the consciousness. That's true. Love is the true flower of consciousness. You can wake up, but if you don't have the heart, you don't have the love, and you don't have the true the flower of the consciousness. It's fragrant and it's beautiful. Once you have the heart, you serving people, you serving, and it's beautiful. It's the flower. So the first part, the empty chair, it means you find yourself empty and you find yourself as the beingness. But the flower still here. It means you got a heart. That's why you still here and serving others. It's beautiful. It's a true jewel of consciousness. That's true. It's beautiful. And I woke up because I choose to serve heart. That's why the AI, they really good at writing that.
Yeah, thanks for explaining that because I had never heard of that. So I was just wondering. I have heard Vishwan say the chair is empty, but I was just wondering what is the chair? What does it mean when you say the chair is warm? So thank you for explaining.
Thank you.
Thank you, Udita.
Now we coming back to Lydia.
Hello, Udita. Can you hear me now?
Hello. It's good now. Good to see you. Can hear you really well now.
Thank you so much, Udita, for this opportunity. I'm so happy to see you. You fill me with so much joy to see that you've reached the end of your journey and you give us so much inspiration. And I have a question for you. The question is, what would you tell from your experience is the greatest impediment to waking up? What is the thing that really, really is blocking us that we can get rid of?
Blocking us. It's ourselves. You are the problem. And then if you can remove yourself, and the best way to do it is serving the heart, because serving the heart is you remove yourself aside, you put others above you. So this is a practice to how can I say, to cope with the ego while the ego is still there. So you remove yourself, you put yourself aside to serve others, so you can forget about yourself, because you are the only problem. There's no problem. Like I just experienced that, like before this, and now, like the only problem is me. And how can me removing me while you are still ego-based reality? So the only way to do it is serving the heart by lesser yourself, lesser this, so less importance by serving others. And this is the only problem, because people constantly make themselves important or make themselves special in everything they do, everything they say, everything they think. They try to assign meaning into whatever they do. Even in the very popular, how do you say, drama queen, they just want to make themselves important, or by assign meaning in whatever they do. And the activists too, they use serving, you call it serving others, but you just try to make yourself important by giving a meaning to, or giving a purpose to whatever you do. I'm doing this cause, I'm serving people, my life so meaningful on those people on the internet right now. Everything looks so meaningful, but the more you assign meaning to what you're doing, it would inflate your ego. So my way of doing this is just I don't see, I need to find a way to still serving, but without people knowing that I'm doing that. Like in the Tao Te Ching is really good. Like you do it when it's required, and you're doing it. When you finish, you withdraw without leaving your name. Yeah, so if you're doing something and you just keep attach your name onto it, or try to assign meaning into it and try to advertising it, this is our ego want to feel important. You want to feel special, and the more you want to feel special, you separate yourself from the beingness, which is your true nature, because we just want. But like, you just add meaning into whatever you do, and it feels really important. It feels really special. And, I'm so special. I'm doing this. I woke up in this, and I got this color, that color, this identity, the identity. I say no to all identity. Even with the sexuality, I don't identify myself with a man or a woman, this or that. I don't care. It's just what is. I refuse to identify. I refuse to assign meaning to the what is. Just what is. That's it. And refuse anything that make myself feel special. I love myself, but I don't like anything that make myself special. Or people compliment me, I don't like the way they compliment me, or just to make me feel special. I'm not entertaining that thought. And yeah. I think that's the only problem, is you are the only problem there. There's no problem in the world. And people create so many problems in the world right now, because everyone's trying to feel special. Like all the wars right now happening because they're competing to feel special. That's it. Nothing else. So if they can move into the service of the heart, which is reduce their importance of the ego, and the world wouldn't have the problem right now. But they don't like to do that, because the nature of the ego, they want to feel important, they want to feel special. Like even my drama, even my tragedy needs to be special. I'm more like I'm suffering more than others. It's special, or something like that. People, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
I'm sadder than others. Yes. Even like now there's a trend like sad girl, something like that. Why are you happy about being identified as sad girl? It's ridiculous. Yeah, but people like to do that, like, because it's a importance of their ego, so they like to do that. And right now, if you notice, there's a lot of hashtag. Like you need to assign meaning to the hashtag, right? Whenever you you say something on the social media, then you need to find the hashtag. So how you identify your feeling or thinking with this hashtag. So this is the way our mind function too. And you need to categorize things, and you need to find a special hashtag that only you have, and try to advertise this hashtag. You know, just like on top of the algorithm. That is exactly how our ego functions. You need to find how special you are by try to find this keyword that's only you. You have it, and then you promoting this to the rest of the world. Amazing. Yeah, that's the problem. The only problem is you are the problem. You can remove yourself, and there's no problem. And everyone's saying the same thing. Every awake being, they're saying the same thing. You are the problem. There's no problem.
Yes,
That's true.
yes. Thank you so much, Udita. I love you so much.
Thank you. I love you too. Now, Nishant.
Hi, Udita.
Hi. How are you and your wife, Christy?
Yeah, we're amazing, thank you. Beautiful Sunday here in Thailand, and Christy's mother and family are driving down from Bangkok now, so we'll spend a few days with them. My question is, did you need to process grief to let go of the I?
I did. I just talked about I wrote 100 poems about grieving myself. It's grieving my ego because I know it's leaving. So I think it's okay to process it, and it's the way to stay with your feeling. It's all okay. Of course, it's the practice of acceptance, but you cannot say, hey, you need to accept it, and suddenly you accept it. It's not happen like that. You need time to stay with your feeling, and you process it. And every time you feel something, you fully feel it, and then you accept it. You cannot say that you fully accept something if you are not fully feel it.
Right.
You have to feel it, like allow the feeling, like, how can I say? It's emerging everywhere in your body, and you feel in every cell, that feeling, and you allow yourself to feel it. Only then it's releasing from you. So I think that's what you call by processing the grief.
Okay.
And you cannot say like you need to accept it and you accept it. No, it's not happen. It's just your mind thinking that it's I already accept it, but it's not until you fully feel it. And Vishran says it's warmly welcome. And my way of processing this is I use the art to help me a lot. Writing, painting, or making anything, because when you see it, now, because it's difficult, it's not because you cannot do it without the arts, but people would like I just told you about, you think that you already accept it, but you're not. And there's a mistake. Until you fully feel it, you have to fully feel it, fully feel the sadness or whatever feeling you feel, is fully feel it. And you feel like you're totally broken, then this is when you accept and you let it go. Otherwise, you cannot let it go. You have to feel it. That's how I process grief or whatever feeling. I have to feel it, and it's like breaking. It's like breaking. Everything is breaking. It's collapsing. And when I feel the feeling of collapsing, and now I feel free from it. This is when I know that I let it go. If like that still feel like you still, whenever you think about it and you still feel like this happiness is somewhere in the body, there's contraction in the body, or you shock sigh, something like that, it's still there. You can check within your body. When you think about it, is there anything there? Is there any contraction? Is there any heaviness somewhere? Is there somewhere in your body would tell you about that? And I use the art to help me, because it's really helpful when you see it. When you do things, right, you're like writing and you don't think about anything, just let it out. But when you see it like physically in front of you, you can say, oh, so is it, and it's out. And your mind will see how detached it is from the grief, from the feeling that you just expressed. And I think it's really helpful to express it out loud like that. Express it out loud. So once your mind says out, so it signal, okay, it's out now. So it's really out, and you can, it's how can I say, it put an ease on the mind when I see, okay, this my grief is out. How much is out is here. Like after I do like 100 poem, I know I completely okay with my ego sleeping. That's it. And the year before, I wrote another book about, I was grieving my lover because I know that I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready to let her go. Not because she's going somewhere, because I'm going to die. So this is the grief of this relationship. I know it's happening, and I want to give her something, like in case that I'm not going to make it, and she knows what's going on with me. I couldn't go back to tell her this and that, so I need to write a book about that. But that's how I process the grief. But it's so beautiful and it's so helpful. I think it's helpful for others, so I put it in a book. It's very personal for me, but I think it's helpful so people can see that at this time you're gonna grieve. You need to process this kind of feeling, and it's the last thing that I was attached to. I was attached to that relationship, but the last thing I was attached to is my own ego. So this two part. Like Vishnu said, the last thing he need to let go is his children. For me, it's the last thing need to let go was my lover, and the last thing is my ego. So that's two. And I give myself time to process my feeling. Like this year is quieter, but the previous year when I was processing the grief of the external things, like my lover, my relationship, my life, everything, then I produce lots of art because there's a lot of feeling coming out, and I was grieving a lot, and it's really helpful. I did music at that time, I did movies, I did writing, everything, because it's helping me a lot to cope with the grieving. It needs to be out, but it put my mind at ease when I see it's out physically. Like when I play the music and I can hear the sounds coming out from myself, I know, oh, it's out, very physical. So my mind just stopped grieving that anymore. Once I finished that book, I stopped grieving her because it's over. It's amazing. when I stopped the recent 100 poems about grieving over myself, and I was ready to die because it's completely put myself at ease that I have nothing to grieve about. I wrote everything I can find in my mind about myself, and then I got bored with it. Oh, so it's so interesting when you write, and it reminds me of the practice when I was in with Sadhguru, like in one of the program, and he would ask a volunteer to listen to your story, whatever you feel like you're grieving or you're attached to or make you feel really sad about it. You talk to 3 different persons, and I would notice something really interesting. The first person, you feel so emotional when you talk about your story. And the next one, you feel a little bit, like a little bit more about this. I have to act out. I'm so sad about this and that again. And the third person, I'm so sick of it. And so I find it's really helpful to do this because it's already over, but you need to express it. Like you're talking to 2-3 different persons, the same story. You would notice your mind, this is, the mind would notice, this is just a story, it's not real. Like to the second person, I feel I got bored. And the third person, I just want to finish it as soon as I can because I don't want to hear the story again. So the same for me when I wrote 100 poems about how I grieved myself, I got bored. Then I let go of the stories. It's really cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
do you think that's a requirement then to wake up, is to actually process this grief in advance as a way to surrender, as a way to let the ego disappear? Is that like a necessary step?
I don't really know. I don't really know about other awake teachers because I can feel that they're different energy. Even the awake teachers, some some people, they carry a cleaner energy to me, and I like to hang out with these teachers. And there's some teachers, they seem to be awake, but I don't feel like they have this kind of clean energy. And Vishran say, and I think so too. Maybe they haven't processed everything. It's still there, and it's also in my experience too. After enlightenment, there's still some. It's still purging. It's purging out. It's just a week now, so I noticed the first few days there's some feeling. It's purging out, but it's no one here to hang on to the feeling. But the old trauma is just getting out of the body. And it depends. I think it depends on how much work you have done on yourself before enlightenment. For me, I feel really, really light and clean because Vishran helped me to do a lot of work. So once it happened, it's very clean and clear. So it's not heavy. It's not really heavy. It's just pushing out. Yeah. But I think there's people who can wake up without doing. I don't really know, but I noticed the difference in the energy field.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your preferred meditation practice on the lead up to now? What was your kind of go-to meditation to find the silence and the stillness?
The meditation, my favorite is walking meditation. Walking on the beach is amazing. That's what Vishwan recommended too. It's because it's really nice. Like you are taking a walk and you're having a nice time within yourself. It's the best. Like it's the best. But the practice I have before that was like Zen meditation. Like whatever you do, you put awareness on that present moment awareness. But in the Zen school, in Japanese style, we're doing this. Everything you do, you have to aware of it, not just walking. So for me, like way before I met Vishran, I was practicing everything I do. I was very aware of everything. And in the Japanese way of Zen meditation, we are very meticulous about this. And we even design the life of ourselves to force ourselves into, you have to aware of this. Like to the extent, like this is very funny. Like in the Japanese Zen monastery, you have to even clean the toilet after you're using it. It's very extreme, but like that's the practice. So to keep everything back to the zero, to put everything back to zero. How you walk in, once you walk out, needs to be the same. So you can see the zero everywhere. It's clean. It's not about the cleanliness. It's your mind getting used to the zero. It's like nothing happened. Once you walk in, how does it look like? Once you walk out, it needs to be exactly the same.
Beautiful.
It's amazing. It's amazing. For me, it's like, that's too much. That's too much. I don't have to do that. But I practice that. Like everything needs to be getting back into the same zero everywhere. And I externalize this zero in the environment in where I live. And it's really helpful. It's how to put ourselves into the discipline. It's just the discipline, but we're helping ourselves. We're disciplining ourselves by disciplining the environment. Yeah, I would take the teaching of Vishran a little bit by my previous Zen practice in the monastery, because they design their space to force the student into the discipline. You cannot escape from the present moment awareness because you have to. There's certain rule I told you. You need to clean the toilet every time you're using it. Now you have to be very aware of it. It's so funny. Like I remember when I got the first novice monk under me, she's 17. And she's studying with, I got a younger novice, he's studying with me. And there's a time that she got diarrhea. So every time, you can't, horrible. You need to clean the toilet every time. And she kept going to the toilet and she was having diarrhea. You need to clean the toilet. And it's like, oh, it's amazing. But it's really helpful. And after 1 year, she walked out of the monastery and she went to the US to continue her higher study. It's an amazing experience for her. It changed her life completely with those kind of practice. And for me, it was a great experience. And after I get used to it, I can walk out anywhere. I can it's just a practice. You don't need to set up your house like a monastery. I'm just talking about an idea, the idea about it. Don't have to go to that extreme. Yeah, but the idea, when I asked her to clean the garden, like you need to pick up every pebbles and you need to clean the pebbles piece by
Wow.
piece to that level. So it would take hours to clean the garden, like the whole morning for her to pick up every pebbles and now you clean it. You clean each pebble by hand. It's like that. And this can do like cleaning meditation. And when you cleaning, you have to clean like spotless. Like you have
Yeah.
to be aware of everything, every every inches of the house, because like someone gonna check it if it's clean. It's not about cleanliness. It's about how aware you are if you're missing something. And normally the teacher would, after she's cleaning everything, and would just throw trash onto the floor, so you have to clean it again, something. That's a very wabi sabi because it's natural. It's natural. It's not, if I don't throw trash on the clean floor that she just cleaned, she would attach to the cleanliness. So I need to destroy that by throwing things on that again. So otherwise you would attach to you need to be clean all the time. It's not about being clean. It's about how aware you are. That's the idea of the Zen practice. And Zen meditation is like you're aware of everything. As ambient awareness, as Visran was talking about, but you put it into the practice, and whatever you do, you come in touch with everything, with your whole being, your senses, and you have to force yourself to do that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Say my hello to Christy. Okay, I'm running out of time. I want to speak to one more. Let's see. Someone that I never spoke before. Can I see the screen? Let's see. Who is it? Angela? Oh, yes, you didn't raise your hand. I forgot. Okay. Okay. Gaute?
Hi. Hi, Udita.
Hi, Gaute.
Um, Sometimes I feel afraid of the karma that I have to pay back. What, how, uh, how to be with that?
How do you feel right now?
Right now, I feel fairly empty. And uh,
Let go. Let go. And don't worry about your karma, just let it go. Okay?
Yes.
Where's your karma now? I want to tell you this. It's a very beautiful understanding that I got before enlightenment, that the universe is very generous. The beingness is very generous. It's never asks you anything in return, even your karma. You don't have to pay anything if you can let go into the beingness. Nothing required. You are forgiven from everything because God never asks anything from you.
Okay.
You know why? Ask me why.
Why is that?
Because you are God. Okay, thank you for Satsang.